Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be completing an overhead 4G MIG T-fillet. We're going to be using 8 meters per minute wire speed, or that equates to 350 inches per minute if you're across the pond. And we're going to go in with 20 volts. So we're actually going to show you two views of each one of these passes. So we're going to show you the colour and the view that the welder will see himself, and we're also going to show you this view which you will see from the outside. So as you can see, we've got a sharp 45-degree angle, and it's very important on a flat T-fillet we will move a lot quicker than we will when we're welding overhead. When you're welding overhead, you really have to slow down as gravity is constantly pulling your weld pool down, so you've got to ensure that you're pushing enough weld material into the joint, but we have to make sure that we get fusion and penetration into both plates that we're working on. That's the most important thing. If we don't get fusion or penetration into both plates, the weld is not going to be very strong and eventually it will fail. So we are using a 75-25 Argon CO2 mix gas. If you are doing this weld in industry, you might want to use anti-spatter to help your spatter build up. However, we're not finding that we're getting a lot on this, as you will see this from the next picture that's coming up now. So we're now moving on to the second run. So as you can see, our position is slightly altered, so we're not directly at 45 degrees, we've got a slightly higher tilt on the angle, and that's because we're trying to push that material now into the bottom plate and halfway up onto our root run. So as you can see, a nice straight torch angle, and all we're doing is setting ourselves up on our second run to put our final flushing capping run on top. So if this has been done correctly, it will fuse into the bottom plate on the T-fillet and also into the previous weld. So now we're going to take a look at the welder's view itself and what he will see. So as you can see, we're fusing into the last weld and also into the plate. You can see that happening, and you can also see the run is nice and straight. It's important to note that throughout this process we've stuck to the same voltage, 20 volts, and the same wire speed, 8 meters per minute. So nothing fundamentally changes with our voltage. The only thing that does change is the welder's torch angle, and as you can see from this picture, we've achieved a nice straight run which leads us on to our third run, which you can see now. And as you can see, we're going to take a really sharp angle with this. So we're looking about 30-degree angle, and the aim of this is to fuse into that top plate and also into the previous weld. So you're most likely to come across this type of welding 3 passes with MIG on structural joints. If there's anyone that actually does structural welding and uses this technique in industry, would like to hear from you in the comments down below of how you find doing this multi-pass run on structural steel works, and what voltage and wire speed you use yourself. We would also like to hear from you with ideas on new videos which you want to see. One of our subscribers previously asked us to complete a MMA stick welding overheads with 60-13 rods, so we went ahead and made that video. So if there's anything that you guys want us to make, you let us know in the comments down below and we'll look to do so. So we're now coming to the end of our welding joint, and as you can see, we're still keeping the sharp 30-degree angle. If you found this video informative, we've got plenty more in the playlist which you can see on the screen now. We'll see you over there.